Good evening and welcome to Rinkside with Red Hockey. I'm match commentator Paul Shuttleworth and this is summariser Alan Gold. Tonight we feature action from the NIHL, which is the next tier down from the EPL, and tonight the Telford Tigers take on Whitley Bay. Whitley are second in the league, the NIHL Tigers are sixth, but that said they do have a game in hand. And Whitley is no stranger to you, Alan, where you learnt your hockey.
It's no stranger to me at all. It's where as you say, I cut my teeth in ice hockey. I moved down here to Telford in '85. So I started my career at Whitley Bay, and ironically I finished it with a testimonial game up there. So I started there and I finished there.
Can you tell everybody what you did with your kit when you came out from that testimonial?
I came back, and you know we've had a few reunion games since I sort of retired from the game. But I thought, you know, to make a final stand of it, I came home. I noticed that my kit bag was exactly the same size as a wheelie bin. So I took my skates out and I took my gloves out, zipped my kit bag up and put the whole thing in the bin. That was me done.
And that's how you pretty much sign off. Now, tonight there are lots of potential young stars of the future to look out for the Telford Tigers. There's Adam Taylor, James Smith and Callum Bowley, and the import Carol Jets. Whitley, GB international David Longstaff, probably one of the highest ranking British players in the country.
Well, of course, the off-season news that kind of sort of rocked ice hockey was the return of David Longstaff, as you say, who's I think he has the most caps for GB as well. He's the most capped player they have, but retiring from Guildford and moving back to his hometown of Whitley Bay, where he's taken on the role of player coach.
And also the rather notorious Andre Payet, was pretty much a pantomime villain in the EPL last year, is also icing with Whitley.
That's right. Andre's no stranger to Telford Ice Rink. There's a big love-hate relationship went on with the Tigers in the EPL last season. Again, it was a great signing for David Longstaff to take him to Whitley Bay. So it should be interesting tonight. A
little earlier on, I caught up with Adam Taylor.
So, how's your season going in the NIHL, considering it's just started?
Yeah, it's been a good season. I mean, it was a good game up in Blackburn. We played hard. I mean, made a few little errors, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. It was a good game.
Now, there's a fair few members of the Whitley squad that you played in the past.
Yeah, it should be interesting. A few of the guys, yeah, Lobby and Payet. Yeah, you know, they come and play for these guys. I mean, Lobby's a skilled guy. I mean, he's one to watch.
And Payet's Payet. Yeah. And when you look at the squad, you've got quite a young, quick squad this year.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, that's one thing we're going to try and capitalise on today is our speed and try and get around our D-men and just go to work, really.
Thanks, Adam. Enjoy the game.
No worries. Cheers. Thank you.
Let's take a look at tonight's action as the NIHL Telford Tigers take on Whitley Bay Warriors. Good evening, welcome to Telford Ice Rink for the NIHL Telford Tigers versus Whitley Warriors. Tigers win the draw, goes back into the end zone. Bowley picks up Callum Bowley picks up the first minor penalty. It's delayed on 19, I think for boarding.
Yeah, a bit harsh. Looked like a clean hit right in front of us here at the commentary position, but off he goes.
Whitley, set up the play, Longstaff, up to the point, gets it back. Up to the point, Harley shoots, Bell makes a blocker save, rebound comes down, shot goes in. Bell comes up with another corking save and then a backhand cleared out the zone by Adam Taylor. Jets to Harrison and back again, leaves it off the boards. Bowley on the backhand, kick forward by Smith. Bowley delays, drop pass. Smith walks in and puts it into the top right-hand shelf, which on 2 minutes and 40 seconds sees the NIHL Tigers go a goal up. Some beautiful work. Jets left the puck to bounce off the boards to go up to Bowley. Carries on, drop passes it to Smith. Smith picks his spot in the top right-hand corner and fires it home for goal number 1 for the NIHL Telford Tigers. There's a lot of traffic up on the blue line, and a collision between Payet and Haywood. Both fall over, and Payet thinks, I'll just have a sit down for a minute.
Now that's uncharacteristic of him, just to get up and go off like that. Yeah. There was no swing. And there was a massive...
Another collision there. But
somebody's hurt, one of the Whitley guys has hurt, Lawson's hurt himself.
Yeah, he collided with Harrison.
And signalling to the bench.
Signalled to the bench immediately, so whether he heard something go, he's clutching at his knee, which is never a good sign.
Nothing malicious about it, just a mid-ice collision, and it's one of the hazards of the game.
We saw that one with Haywood and Payet just before that.
Yeah. That's what I was saying, and Payet got up and skated away.
Yeah. Bettridge and Tinsley tie up on the boards. Longstaff comes out with the puck. Feeds it forward. Tinsley walks in, shoots. Rebound comes down.
He went for the upstairs. It was a brilliant play between Tinsley and Longstaff. Longstaff fed it off to Tinsley. He went for the upstairs. Not into the net.
Haywood drives the right side, leans in, shoots, and skies it just over the crossbar, out of the netting, and leaves the ring. Haywood feeds it through to Taylor, walks in, shoots, catch him, it saved. The rebound shot again by Haywood, and deflected from the leg pads. Taylor to the back post, Jets. Haywood, cross the zone, Smith, Bowley. Telford really moving the puck well, trying to open up that space on the back post. Jets pushing and shoving, just trying to gain a bit of space. Taylor in front, swings, and didn't connect with the puck, but Jets turns and makes the shot. Taylor picks up the puck, up to Bowley. High slot, walks in, shoots. It's a catch in mid. He didn't save it, but he got to it, deflecting it away from the net. Now, there's a bit of a scrap in the corner. They're pushing and shoving to gain possession. Haywood, Huswick shoots. Oh, it goes from the leg pad of the Whitley netminder. That's Lawson from Josh Huswick's wrist shot from just inside the blue line. Hits the leg pad, bounces up and hits the pipework and bounces out. Luck was in favour of Lawson then.
5 seconds remaining.
Harley throws it down. As we come to the end of the first period, it's the NIHL Telford Tigers 1, Whitley Warriors 0. So at the end of the first period, the Telford Tigers 1-0 up. Pretty much it all happened in that first 3 minutes. The Tigers went on a technically 5-on-3. We're down 2 guys, and then first goal on 2 minutes 40 seconds.
That's exactly right. It was an unusual start. We had 2 penalties in very quick succession, and as you say, Whitley Bay played the first effectively 2 minutes 5-on-3, failed to capitalise, and almost immediately afterwards Telford came away and scored a goal to take the lead.
There's some fantastic chemistry as well between that line, moving the puck really well between Carol Jets, Callum Bowley and James Smith, who picked that top right-hand corner for a fabulous goal early on.
Well, you got 3 very experienced players on there. You know, they were showing the talent to take that goal and the way it was set up. And as you say, we were in direct line of it from the commentary position. And he picked his corner and he took it well.
But other than that, after that, there wasn't a great deal happening in the period. The puck was bouncing around. There didn't seem that control level of passing that we saw in that first couple of minutes.
No, it died away, and the game can be technically described as quite scrappy, actually. There was a bit of end-to-end, the odd chance, but nothing major, and really a neutralised, scrappy game so far.
Let's see how the game develops as we take a look at the second period. Start the second period. Whitley Warriors 0, NIHL Telford Tigers 1. Rinkside with Red Hockey with myself, Paul Shuttleworth, and Alan Gould.
I'm just wondering here, because Pyatt and Longstaff are both off. Oh, they have this
whether they're going to play on the same line.
Yeah, that's what I mentioned in the first period. Of course, David Longstaff will take all his advice from me.
Lees once again diverting the puck into the corner, and as a defenseman that's where you need it.
You can feel a goal coming for Whitley here because this is sustained pressure.
Lees deflects as well. Longstaff dumps, shot from the point, and the rebound comes out and bounces away. Dennis Bell doing his job so well there between the pipes. Whitley tip it forward. Harrison off the boards. Whitley on the delayed offside, and will clear the zone. Telford long pass. Jets gives it to Smith, shoots and scores, and that's a goal. But I think an accidental high stick came up and caught James Smith because he was clutching at his face. It was Jets that bought the time, had a look, picked his spot, gave it to Smith, and Smith finished by shooting it and getting the goal.
Now they're looking here. I don't know if there's blood being drawn with Smith, because this could be
a penalty for Whitley.
It could be,
because it was after the goal was scored. So if it's drawn blood.
I thought on that attack there, I thought Jets was going to take the shot, but he did very well to pick Smith out. Now, a big hit from Pye.
Betheridge drives the right wing, delays up ice. Again, a nice play, but Whitley battling away. Tomlinson comes through, and Betheridge's stick came down and took his glove off. You remember the old magic thumb slash?
Yeah.
I didn't know that was still going.
Pye, a big hit from Pye. He's throwing his weight around well tonight, Pye.
Haywood, though, shrugged it off like it. So, Now, down in, and now it's become, suddenly, Whitley are stepping up and making more hits than they are plays. And the danger is, hits don't score goals.
Yeah, the danger is it gets nasty. We're hearing,
Harrison.
oh, and there's again some
Betheridge.
elbows high.
Haywood. Delays, and then the slash comes. You can tell the way Haywood
And there's
shook
Payet
his
giving
glove.
a big hit on Haywood. Now he's not, is he taking it? Yes, he's taking it, so that's well done.
You could tell the way Haywood was shaking his glove that he had a slash across the thumb, which is, I think, is what happened on Tomlinson as he went up. And that sort of cheap shot is going to end up to tempers flaring as this game progresses. As we reach the halfway point in the game, you're watching Rinkside with Red Hockey. We'll be back with more ice hockey action straight after the break. Welcome back. You join us at the halfway mark of the Telford Tigers taking on the Whitley Warriors in the NIHL Hockey League. Puck drops. Whitley goes into neutral ice. Longstaff takes possession of the puck, but one of his players was still on the way out, so a delayed offside will mean a face-off just outside the blue line. Stamp collects the puck for Whitley Warriors behind the net, passes up ice, miss. The pass didn't connect, so Simon Harrison feeds it forward to Moralee Haywood, drives over the blue line, curls in, wrist shot into the body, and the netminder played that brilliantly. Lawson caught it, played it down, sticked it off to his teammate to then start the breakout. Pye. Lees. Forward to Taylor. He skates through, delays it to Haywood, but Whitley read it quicker than Moralee did.
As I said earlier, technically it's quite scrappy, but Jason Parry said in the first period interval, he said, you know, it's 1-0, I'll take that. If it's technically scrappy, that's fine.
Whitley is second in the league. Oh, that was a big hit.
Big hit on the boards.
You would argue that was borderline boarding, and Betheridge goes for the retaliation then as well. And that looked like a cross-check that comes across, and he's bleeding from the face. So I think that's got to be a penalty for Betheridge.
I don't know what that was about. It was a good, clean hit from the original hit from Jordan Barnes. And we've got a couple of minutes left in this period. Can they trying to take the second?
Taylor comes steaming through the middle lane. Delays to Haywood. First time shot from Smith, and that was a rocket.
Perfect shot from Smith. Could have kept it down a bit, but he hit, and here's a second one.
Time.
That was down, got deflection.
Hit Pye's leg, and that hurt.
And a third one.
And a third one, this time from Moralee Haywood, and they're peppering them in towards the Whitley netminder on this power play. Bowley keeps the puck in successfully. Haywood steps up, cross to James Smith. Tries to find Moralee Haywood. Whitley read it well, and now 2-on-1. And this is where you need a defenseman. Harley winds up for the shot, and it's a goal!
And it's gone in. It was caught originally. It rolled off the back of the catching mitt and down into the net.
I think Dennis Bell thought he caught it in the glove, and he caught it on top of the glove. When he opened the glove to see if it was in there, it dropped and trickled into the net. So unfortunate for Dennis, but a short-handed goal from Whitley on 38 minutes and 28 seconds. 38-28. Whitley Warriors 1, Telford Tigers 2. Pye stops Taylor in his tracks by closing down his skating lane. Whitley dump it down. That's going to go for shot and goal. So it doesn't go for icy. Goodison gets the puck from Bell. Off the boards. And at the end of the second period, the Telford Tigers 2, Whitley Warriors 1 in the NIHL ice hockey action with red hockey. So the first 10 minutes of the second period, fairly non-eventful, and then Smith's goal on 27 minutes really injected some life into that period.
It did. It came to life then, and it was a really good play between Smith and Carroll Jets. We saw Jets skate in. He had an opportunity to shoot, and as we commentated about during the game, he sort of feigned the goalkeeper to make him think he was going to take a shot. Passed it over to Smith, who took the goal very well.
And that period was pretty non-eventful for Whitley up until the last 3 minutes.
It was. I mean, Whitley had a lot of sustained pressure, but they were getting nowhere with it. And as we say, they had went under the short-handed play with a 2+10 penalty coming along, and they've capitalised on defensive errors from Telford, and they've taken a short-handed goal.
And it must be really unfortunate as well for netminder Dennis Bell. He was pretty sure he'd caught that, and we think the puck had landed on the back of his catching mitt, and he opened his glove to see the puck in it, and it dropped off the top of the catching mitt and dropped into the net.
It's one of those unfortunate incidents, you know, and he'll look at this on the replay when he sees it, and he'll probably laugh to himself. It's a sad thing to happen, but you know, these things do happen, and I'm sure he's not going to let it happen again in this game.
So 2-1 the score so far. Let's see how things shape up in the third period. So as we eyes down, look in for the third period of ice hockey action as the Telford Tigers take on the Whitley Warriors in the NIHL. Whitley win the draw, bank it off the boards. Watson backhands through to Barnes. Barnes skates round Huswick, drives to the net. And Barnes was right in front of the goal, and that was a very early opportunity on just a couple of seconds for Whitley, who've come out all guns blazing, as they've got to do. They're a goal trailing as we enter the third period. So there's a bit of a scrap around the net. Payette gets it forward, shoots and scores. It was David Longstaff that saw Payette. As you said earlier, it was in the high slide. He got plenty of space. Now, credit to David Longstaff. He had to get the puck over the Telford sticks, and he did so. It dropped to Payette, and he fired it home for the second goal. We've got a 2-2 game on our hands.
Payette's back on defence. He's got the poke. He's taking the shot.
He'll be hungry for it now.
Adam Taylor almost. Oh, and Adam Taylor skates into the Whitley goalkeeper.
And the Whitley goalkeeper comes in and takes a swing at him.
Purely accidental there. But Richard Lawson rather was having none of that. It's you know, that's not Adam Taylor's style of play at all. It was just a coming to. Due to the position they were both in on the ice, there was no need for that. Adam Taylor's not the kind of guy that's going to take a shot on the goalkeeper.
There's a bit of a battle in the corner there. That was fairly high hands coming in on Daniel Harrison from the Whitley player, just sort of elbowing and nudging his way back. Whitley in front, Watson shoots, and Dennis Bell with a great save. Watson had plenty of time in front of that slot. Whitley currently second in the league, Telford sixth, but with a game in hand. And that's all changing. Up to the point, Payette shoots wide.
Interestingly, in this league, just worth a mention, if it's tied at the end of regulation time, then it's a point each, as where the EPL will go to sudden death and penalties. That doesn't apply in this league.
Oh! Was that Lees? Was that Good. Telford's own player?
No, Good scored that one.
Did he get onto it? I think Lees reached over to it. I just saw a stick connect with it, and Whitley put a goal in with 7 minutes and 21 seconds to play. Harrison gets a skate to it, skates forward, backhand passes it in front. Whitley read it, Harrison comes out with it again, just trickles it towards the netminder. Sometimes all you need, but a drop from the netminder to Andre Payette, goes for the stretch pass. But Harrison's back again. He's all over the ice at the moment. Quick feet, working hard, comes up the middle, passes it off to Josh Huswick. Tries to find Moralee Hayward. Harley skates in, shoots, goes wide to the right. Longstaff picks up the rebound, puts it in front, but this time Adam Taylor says, I'll take that, thank you. Backhand pass forward to Callum Griffin. Harrison walks in, bobbles, Griffin on the backhand. And into the netminder. That was a great opportunity from Callum Griffin right in front of the netminder.
The netminder didn't know where that was as well. I think it got trapped in his body and he was looking around in front of him on the ice.
It was shot into him, but a good play there. From
a bit of pressure from Telford is what they need. How tight are the lines getting though? It's Jason's got to take his gambles now. Let's see what comes of it.
So now the puck's loose. Kept in by Smith, shot out of deflection from I think it was Goodison that got the deflection. Smith was on the shot from the point, and it brings it back to a 3-3 game with 1 minute and 4 seconds left to play. Dennis Bell steps back on the ice, high fives his teammates as he head back to the net, and we've got a hell of a game on our hands.
Brilliant tactical play by coach Jason Parry there.
You've got to take the risk at that, and it certainly paid off with a fantastic shot from Smith, and I think one of the Telford players got a tap on it in front of the net. So now Whitley are thinking, right, let's have some of that. Croft clears it up ice. Whitley bank it round the boards. Croft steps in to try and hold it down in the end zone. He does so.
15 seconds
Carroll Jets
remaining.
picks it up in the corner. The clock's ticking by. Whitley get a break, but Croft holds the puck up. Cross ice to Macaulay Hayward. 7 seconds on the clock. Round the board. Smith skates in after it. 3 seconds remaining. Shot goes wide to the left.
And it's all
and it
over.
comes out. And at the end of the game, it's the Telford Tigers 3, Whitley Warriors 3 in a nail-biting end to a great game of NIHL ice hockey with Rinkside,
And
with
both-
red hockey.
Both sets of supporters are up on their feet applauding. It was a good display in the end, and that's what we like to see in this sport. A very, very close finish. Tactical decision by coach Jason Parry, and it paid dividend, and he got the draw.
So, you must be quite relieved in that last couple of minutes.
Yeah, relieved and a little disappointed really, because I think we controlled the first 2 periods, but we capitulated a little bit that last period. The short-handed goal just before the end of the second kind of hurt us.
Now, talk me through your power play. You're going out with 5 forwards, but you conceded 2 short-handed effectively on the power play.
Well, no, we conceded the one on the short-handed, but you know we scored a power play goal too. The power play was working real well. I thought, you know, they're our best guys. Get them out there on the power play.
So it's moving the puck around. A good result. That last couple of minutes, were you dicing with pulling the netminder, or was it always going to happen?
Yeah, well, you're chasing the game. There's no point in keeping him in there. We had a face-off down there, and with just over a minute to go, throw an extra guy out there. We had our power play line out as well. You know, our top scorers are out there. We throw it to the net, and things can happen. That's what happened.
And a fantastic performance by James Smith on all 3 of your goals.
Yeah, he played great. He shot the puck well. You know, he didn't score last week, which is unlike him. But tonight he was shooting and get him out there.
Well done. Thank you, Jason.
Cheers, Paul.
A fantastic end to a nail-biting game of hockey between the Telford Tigers and the Whitley Warriors, tying the game 3 each. The next EPL Tigers game will be against Peterborough Phantoms on Sunday the 27th of September, and you can get tickets online from tigershockeyuk.com. This is Rinkside with Red Hockey.